Podcasting from Woodstock, Georgia, welcome to Soul Solutions, a show where we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs. I'm your host, author, and certified life coach, Terry Kozlowski. Hello, warriors. Welcome to a special edition of the Soul Solutions podcast called Ask Terry. I have a special guest with me, Joshua Kasparic, who is my son, who will be initiating the questions. Thank you, Josh. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Today's topic that we're trying to talk about with Terry is expand your mind. Question number one will be, why should we move out of our comfort zone?
Moving out of our comfort zone is really important if you want to grow and expand. When we are in our comfort zone, we don't grow, mainly because we're comfortable. And when we grow, when we expand, when we are trying new things, one of the things that happens is we get uncomfortable and there's discomfort in trying new things. Am I going to like it? Am I going to be good at it? If it's something that you want to do, if it's something that you think that, I haven't done it in a long time, but I really enjoyed it, which I can say about painting. I used to paint a lot as a teenager, and I was told by an art teacher that I wasn't very good at it. So I quit. Didn't pick up a paintbrush until 20 years later and started going to painting classes mainly to build my confidence to go ahead and paint. And now I have my own paint studio in the house, and I can go in there whenever I want and be as creative as I want to be. So when we move into that place of trying something new, we become uncomfortable, and that discomfort is part of the growth process. But many people don't like to feel that way. Many people want to be confident in all that they do. And when we are trying new things, we're not necessarily confident in that. And many people don't understand that discomfort is normal. That's our ego trying to keep us safe by telling us, if you try something new, you may not like the results, versus take the risk, try something new and see how exciting life can be. So there's two sides of that same coin of staying in your comfort zone or becoming uncomfortable and growing and expanding. And as we grow and expand and we realize that there is some discomfort in that growth process, because even as if you watch children, if you remember, go through growing pains, physical growing pains, as their bodies are growing and their skin is stretching and their bones are expanding. All these things cause a physical reaction, and sometimes it's painful. And the discomfort isn't so painful that they don't want to keep growing. It's just a little uncomfortable. So moving out of our comfort zone is really about understanding that that's part of the process of growing and expanding, is being uncomfortable, having that little bit of discomfort so that we can gain knowledge, gain understanding, and move forward.
Speaking of growth, this goes in perfectly. What does it mean to have a growth mindset?
Growth mindset is something very talked about nowadays. And part of that, what that means is the ability to see issues as opportunities. Again, that's that positive mindset, that being able to see a set of circumstances that you may not have wanted and see the fact that there's some good in it, that there are things that can happen that are positive, things that are opportunities for our growth, opportunities for our dreams to go in a different direction. Because ultimately, if our dream is to live a happy, productive life, there's all kinds of ways that we can end up living out our dream. However, there's since there's so many different paths, the one path we think that will get us there may not be the best path for us to attain the ultimate objective. And the universe knows better. So sometimes the universe will make us pivot, make us shift, take us down a windy road instead of that straightaway that most people think is the best way to get there. Sometimes those windy roads give us new lessons, gives us new opportunities, allow us to move out of our comfort zone, expand and grow in ways so that when we ultimately reach the goal, we are more satisfied, we have more knowledge, and that growth process is the most meaningful part of life. Life isn't about that end point. Life is about that journey that we take to get there. And being able to say, I had a fabulous life on our deathbed, and we're looking back, we can see that even those bumps in the road ended up being sometimes mountaintop experiences for us, or the valleys ended up being places of rest before we had to start climbing again. So we have to be able to look at things with opportunistic eyes instead of looking at things with negativity and not actually seeing how we can move past and grow from the different things that occur in our life. Another aspect of understanding growth mindset is the power of the words we use. Many of us have negative self-talk. And when we have negative self-talk and we're beating ourselves up and being shameful and saying all the could haves and should haves that we should have done to move forward, it keeps us stuck in a pattern of ungrowth. Whereas if you have positive self-talk, if you are encouraging to yourself and you are using more definitive terms, I can overcome, I can persevere, I can figure this out. I'm accepting what the current situation is, and now I'm looking for the opportunity to move past this. And the words we use in our self-talk will determine how quickly we bounce back and become more resilient in moving forward with those aspects of our lives that we want to attain.
I believe that's it, Terry.
Thank you very much, Josh. You have a great day. Thanks for listening to Soul Solutions with Terry Kozlowski. If you'd like the show and want to learn more, check out terrykozlowski.com, where you can find the links to everything we talked about in this episode. Please subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode as we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs.